Welcome back to the Ambition Over Fear portal. I'm Atlas Opia and I help people expand their interdimensional knowledge. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing how being still can lead you to understand the mechanics of the universe that you desire to know more about. That 0 point can allow you to shift and control energy inside and outside of you in a more powerful way. And why that stillness is not being reached is because during our evolution, we have brought in more things that provide us stimuli. And so at times we can run from ourselves. We can run from that stillness where we are sitting with everything we are, empowering or disempowering, and accepting each part of it as a unique form of consciousness that we're meant to go through. Now, I'm not telling you to not have hobbies, to not watch TV, play video games, and to only do things that are considered high frequency or high vibe, that are determined by some random people. What I'm trying to say is, in moments where you feel like using something or someone or a circumstance or a hobby as a way to escape yourself, use that moment to turn your energy inward so you can sit with the feeling of being everything you are, and you can gain a sense of acceptance and curiosity as you feel as if you don't have to eradicate your shadow or eradicate anxiety or depression, because sometimes modern day psychology can be torturous to the soul. When we're told to shift every single thing, in reality there is a beauty in every single thing. And if you watch until the end of this video, you'll gain a better understanding on how to reach your 0 point and why this is something you need to learn moving forward. If you're back on this channel, definitely consider subscribing, because the whole purpose of this movement is to really help the advanced ancient souls gather the tools they need to expand in the way they're meant to. And you're here for that reason, because you have an inclination to expand, but you might not know from the mind where to go. And that unknown feeling has brought you here and to other pieces of information that can help you grow. So I look forward to getting to know you more, and let's jump right into it. Stillness and the 0 point is placing your consciousness in a position where it is free. If you look at the metaphor of a computer, right? If you type something in a computer or you press a button, you're giving that computer a command. And so when you give a computer or a piece of technology a command, it is going to organize all of its resources to do that one thing. So move this over to yourself, a soul in a human body. When you tell your mind to do something, whether it be, I need to be this person, I should have gotten this done, I'm worrying about this, how can I fix my past? What if my past repeats? And that can spawn from our programmed mind. So when your mind is doing a specific command, it is gathering all the energetic resources in your body to help execute that particular command, whether it be an action, an emotion, or a thought. So when you're too zoomed in on the elephant, you can't see the whole elephant. When you're too focused on one piece of information, you can't see all the information surrounding it. So when you can be still and you observe the thoughts that say, get up, go do something, go do this or this so I can stop thinking about this or this. When you feel that urge to break free, sit in that place. And first allow yourself to have the thoughts you're having. No matter what they are, don't judge them. And then if certain thoughts come up and that means you need to address or respect an emotion you have in your body, feel that in the moment. But then, after you kind of allow whatever is in your conscious mind to live and express itself, imagine breathing into your third eye, which is right here. And imagine a tunnel going out. And when you do this, I want you to feel as if you're going to become nothing of the mind and everything of the universe. And in that moment, you no longer have a name, you no longer have a body, you no longer have this friend or this person in your life or this job or this mission or this health. You are moving beyond your human self. And when you do that, you're going to feel a sense of fear, possibly, because your mind knows you're going outside of its confinements. Imagine that your consciousness is a big ball of energy that can move into your mind, your body, your soul, this emotion, that person's emotion. It flows. But we're so used to it being in certain places that we think if we go beyond the mind and identity that we're going to die. The truth is, our self-programming of who we are and how the world works is a story. So when you're in this exercise, feel as if it's okay to go beyond the story, because that means that you can actually respect the story from a neutral point of view. The same as if you were to watch a scary movie or a drama or look at something in the world, and even though it has a bit of darkness on it, there's a sense of beauty with it too. When you can know and feel that you're a soul getting to experience different stories in this body, you can see the story from outside of it, appreciate it, and you can move into different stories. So I just want to tell your logical mind that when you're moving into the 0 point. So as you do it, feel as if you're emptying yourself out. You're emptying your thoughts. You're letting go of what happened to you. You're letting go of where you are now and what you feel and what you need to be. And you're really just feeling lighter. And you feel as if everything is just coming off of you. And for a moment it might feel scary, because you may think, well, if I'm nothing, then how can I be full of life? But I want to tell you that being nothing of the mind in moments of stillness doesn't mean that that's going to go on forever. It means that you have to go into certain states depending on what a situation is calling for. So when you're freeing yourself of that, feel that everything around you, every person, every detail that your 5 senses are picking up on, even if it's a mountain or a tree or a building in the far distance, miles and miles away, anything you're getting to experience is a reflection of yourself. And as you do that, feel as if your consciousness is going up like an elevator and it's becoming lighter and more potent. And then expand more, where you feel as if Earth is a reflection of you, Jupiter is a reflection of you, Mars is a reflection of you. Now keep going and feel that they're not a reflection, they are you. The entire universe is you. Any star you see is you. And any beautiful thing your imagination thinks of, which is real in the quantum field, is you. This place of nothingness is allowing your soul to be formless, so it can travel where it needs to, so it can grow where it needs to, so it can Focus on something in the moment with pure connection to the information you're wanting to tap into. And this 0 point can be used when you have to do something creative, when you have to speak a certain way because you're in a meeting or something happens and you have to compose yourself. The 0 point can be used when you're feeling trapped by who you are and where you need to go, and this story you're trying to break free of or move into. It is you coming into the feminine energy in yourself, which is truly becoming an open channel to the universe and allowing yourself to be in the unknown without needing something to give you something else. The masculine is giving a function to everything. This means this. This means this. This means this. And all these things are going to collect and merge together to give me what I'm manifesting. It's a means to an end. The feminine is more flow, and it is a complete lack of functionality. It is just the essence of something. Now remember, it's not either or. They both work together. But the flow state can be used during those times. When you're feeling into your third eye and you're starting to see the world as a creation of energy, and you start thinking, how does solid material become real? All the questions that in the past we used to give to something above ourselves, now we're realizing that our higher self is our soul's connection to the universe, because our soul is the universe. The universe is a large blob of energy, and in order for it to expand, it placed itself into individual souls. Now, in order for each soul to have their own story and their own incentives and their own creative purpose and unique ways of being, it had to be different. So that stillness, that 0 point can allow you to trust that your imagination is your mind's connection to the quantum field. You think and speak in a certain language when you're in this human body. So the imagination is a way for you as a human to take the information in the quantum field and translate it in a manner that makes sense, which is your 5 senses and the language you may be speaking right now. Stillness allows you to go beyond the programmed mind, the logical mind of what you were taught as a child and what you think is possible in the world, and really move into the infinite self. And if you're having a little bit of trouble feeling into the 0 point, try going into a meditation. And the way I do this is breathing in and out of your nose, but my focus is mainly on slowing down my breath and imagining that the speed at which I'm breathing is stabilizing. And I'm just focusing on the flow of my breath coming in and out of my nose. And while that's happening, I feel my heart beating quickly. I feel myself trying to catch up to my oxygen levels. I get uncomfortable at times. But in that moment, there's a point where I can move into nothing. I stop connecting to the need to overanalyze why my heart is beating like this, why I feel unstill, the thoughts in my mind. I move into a 0 point. 0 point can be reached when you do very intense exercise too, because you're doing something that is making you focus on something more than your mind. Sex can do it too. If you go into the sauna, or if you go into cold plunges, the reason they're not only beneficial for your body but for your soul is because there is a point where your mind will tell you you can't take the exercise anymore, or the cold or the heat. And if you keep trusting into that space in your heart and that place in your soul, you can move beyond a form and be formless. And when you're formless, you can then decide to take the form of something you enjoy. You see what I'm saying? The 0 point in being still is how you quantum jump. It is how you manifest, because the old story will continually try to be right and survive, because one of the goals of anything in this universe is to survive. It doesn't know that it's being harmful, just like a virus or bacteria doesn't know that it's being bad. It's just trying to survive in whatever state and form of consciousness that creates it. The 0 point allows you to move out in a particular moment of the story from your past of who you think you are. Because instead of trying to tweak every single thought and belief, which is what is taught in self-improvement, that will take much longer than if you learn how to become nothing, which is everything, nothing of the mind and everything of the universe and consciousness. Then you can decide, oh, in this body, I'm going to do this story. And you're working from a clean slate when you start a meditation, or when you have a moment during your day where you think of what you're wanting to create and be from that point of nothing. Now remember, it's not going to continually be perfect. You're not going to always be in the 0 point state or stillness. It's great to have hobbies and good to have things to distract yourself with. But let's shift from distracting to I get to enjoy something. There's a difference between I'm letting this distract me from who I am entirely, and I'm going to use this to entertain myself and for it to be a feature of what I get to enjoy while I'm here as a human. The difference is, during the day, at some point, when you feel that moment of, I need to go, I need to escape, I need to do this, just sit with yourself, sit with your fire, sit with your uncomfortability, and just observe the mind rattle and rattle and rattle. And there'll be a point where you can feel like you're separate from the mind. And from there, you'll be able to see the mechanics of the universe clearly. Something you can do to stimulate your third eye is look at something in the external world and ask yourself, how is that made from an energetic level? This is why being still is almost like you can travel anywhere you want at any given time. You have the ultimate source of entertainment inside of you at any point, because you can use your imagination to gather information. To try that at some point, if you see a color, ask yourself, how did that color come together? Not from a scientific point of view, from an energetic point of view. How is everything around me solid right now? And use your imagination to see how metaphysical energy comes into solidification to physical energy. And there's a bunch of other videos on my channel that can go deeper into these topics that you might enjoy. So definitely subscribe, check the rest of those videos out. I'll be doing a new video every Thursday. So tune in, and I appreciate you being here and watching till this point. I also am going to have online workshops available in about a month to 2 months. This is a way for you to truly satisfy any curiosity you have about specific topics, because your soul could be pulling you in that direction, because learning a specific thing could give you a tool which you can then use towards your career or your creativity or your relationships or being your inner child. And I break things down from a multi-layered point of view to where these metaphysical topics can be digested with more structure. And when your mind understands something, you can now use your mind to interface with the universe and the quantum field and have a hybrid identity as a human. So send me an email if you're interested, and I'll let you know when they go live. And also, if you're wanting more in-depth teaching, where you feel as if you're a starseed, you have a mission here, but you don't know what that means or how to tap into it, I can bring up the many interdimensional skills that your mind needs to learn so you can have a more fulfilling life in the metaphysical world, and you can do actions in the quantum field based on what you're trying to manifest or complete. Well, thank you for joining, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.